Why do 100% of British passports mention the Queen's name, but the Queen herself never carried one? It's a question that's puzzled travelers and royal watchers alike for decades. After all, if you're the most recognized person in the world, wouldn't you need the most official document to prove who you are? But, as it turns out, the answer is a fascinating blend of history, law, and a dash of royal tradition. That's not just a royal privilege, it's a fun little twist of British law. The Queen's unique status means she stands apart from even her closest family members when it comes to international travel. While most of us are double-checking our pockets for that all-important passport before a trip, Queen Elizabeth II could simply step onto a plane without a second thought. Let's dig into the royal secret behind Queen Elizabeth's travel style. Here's the scoop. The story goes back centuries, to the very roots of the British monarchy and the way the country's government is structured. The Queen isn't just a figurehead, she's the living embodiment of the state itself. So, when it comes to official documents, things get a little unusual. In the UK, every passport is officially issued in the name of the Queen. That's right. When you open up a British passport, you'll find a formal request from Her Majesty herself, asking foreign governments to allow the bearer to pass freely and without hindrance. It's a tradition that dates back to the days when monarchs held absolute power and their word was law. So the passport literally says, Her Britannic Majesty requests and requires, and so on. Basically, it's a royal plea for safe passage. It's a little bit of old-school formality in a modern world, and it's one of those details that makes British passports unique. But here's the twist. Since the Queen is the one making the request, it would be a bit odd for her to issue a request to herself, wouldn't it? Which means, if you are the Queen, you're not exactly going to demand permission from yourself, right? The Queen, as the sovereign, is the source of all authority in the UK, including the authority to issue passports. So, in a way, she's above the need for one. It's a legal technicality, but it's also a symbol of her unique role in British society. Some people joke that maybe she just misplaced her passport down the royal couch cushions, but the truth is much more interesting. Queen Elizabeth II never had a passport. Not because she lost it, or because she was above the law, but because in a very real sense, she was the law. She was the one who granted permission for others to travel, so she didn't need anyone's permission herself. She could board a plane, flash that iconic wave, and breeze right past customs. Imagine walking through the airport with no need to fumble for documents, no anxious moments at border control, and no risk of being turned away. For Queen Elizabeth, international travel was as simple as stepping onto a royal train or into a carriage. Her identity was her passport. Over her 70-year reign, Queen Elizabeth visited more than 100 countries, meeting presidents, kings, and dignitaries from every corner of the globe. And not once did she have to present a passport. Her presence alone was enough to open doors, literally and figuratively. It's a level of access and recognition that few people in history have ever experienced. Meanwhile, the rest of the royal family? Yep, they all need passports like the rest of us mere mortals. Prince William, Prince Harry, Kate Middleton, and the rest of the royal crew all have to go through the usual airport routines, lining up, showing their documents, and getting those all-important stamps. Even the future king isn't exempt from the rules. This quirky royal exception is just one of the many traditions that make being a monarch unique. From special birthday celebrations to the right to drive without a license, the Queen's life was filled with unusual privileges and ancient customs. It's all part of the mystique and magic of royalty, a world where the ordinary rules don't always apply. So next time you're scrambling for your passport at the airport, just remember, the Queen never had that problem. While you're digging through your bag or patting your pockets in a panic, spare a thought for the one person who never had to worry about border control. It's a small comfort, but it's a fun fact to share while you're waiting in line. And hey, if you ever become royalty, maybe you'll get to skip the passport line too. Until then, we can all dream of that VIP treatment. No paperwork, no waiting, just a royal wave and a world of open doors. Until then, keep your passport handy, and keep those fun facts coming. The world is full of quirky traditions and hidden stories, and you never know when a little royal trivia might come in handy.